Hello, Capricorn, and happy birthday to all of the December Capricorns out there. Welcome to your December 2022 tarot card and astrology readings. Congratulations, we made it to December. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Jane, for those of you who are new. I am so grateful to have you here. So as always, these readings are separated into two segments. The first segment is going to be an intuitive tarot card reading, and the second segment is going to be an astrological prediction. So you're more than welcome to watch either segment first. All the timestamps are going to be found in the description box and the comment thread down below for easy access. You can watch for your sun, moon, or rising sign, although I do recommend watching your rising sign if you are concerned about having accurate house transit information. You can certainly watch for your Venus sign if you're here for love. And if you're interested in joining my Soul Seekers group, we would absolutely love to have you on there. Soul Seekers group is where I post exclusive content specifically geared for members, where we go more in depth on specific transits, and we have a little bit more educational information coming out on there as well. So please see the timestamps in the description box and the comment thread down below to jump to each segment of the reading. I hope you guys have an amazing December. You know I love you, and I'll see you in just a sec. Hello, Capricorn, and happy birthday to all of the December Capricorns out there. Welcome all to your December 2022 tarot card reading. Super excited to be here and connecting with your energy today. So let's go ahead and take a look here at an intuitive message to really get the reading going. So I'm just going to pull from my intuitive deck here. Let's see what comes through. I'm kind of getting a really childlike quality from this. Playful, youthful, unobligated. I'm not feeling a lot of obligation coming through here. I feel like there's kind of this freeing up, like Capricorn is being freed up from something. Maybe something that they've been struggling with goes in their favor, right? It kind of lands on them, is good fortune for them. There's kind of like an attitude of like, it's all gonna go my way. It's kind of what I'm feeling. It's all gonna go my way. It's playful, it's joyful. It's not like pulled back or pulled down by things of the past. Capricorn seems to be looking for a fresh start or a clean slate with something. You've been working very hard. You've been through a lot the past several years. I mean, we all kind of have in our own unique ways, but I mean, you were like the host of all of the stuff that happened past few years. So, you're kind of, I think, moving into this space of getting a little bit of a break. And I think you're 100% here for it. So that's a really good way to kind of start the reading. So let's go ahead and pull out a card which signifies what the universe needs from you this month. What else does Capricorn need to know regarding what the universe needs from them this month? Hold on, not that one. That one, okay. Oh, the Devil, which actually for you is a good card because it's your card, ruled by Saturn. Feels as though there's just a lot of, now this is a little contradictory, but just bear with me. There's a lot of duty and discipline, but I actually think maybe that's how you're finding freedom, right? By structuring your life in a certain way or getting that foundation laid properly, you can build on top of it in a more carefree kind of way. So the way you structure your day, the way you communicate with people, the way you lay out your expectations, however, whatever that means for you, whatever structure and discipline means for you, the more and more, I'm also hearing like retraining your brain is coming to my mind as well. Like Capricorn is really trying to get their brain and their mind to get them to change in a specific way so that life can be easier. I really think this is all about freeing you up and creating an easier life. That's the point of all of this. I think Capricorn had maybe an epiphany recently that was like, something's got to change, right? I think change with that Uranus North Node conjunction since the end of July, beginning of August. That's been on our minds as a collective. But for you as an individual, In the 5th house, this is about creating more enjoyment in your life. It's about fun, it's about passion, it's about following your heart and your hobbies, and all in all, just living a more romanticized life. And we have the Page of Cups in the environment, which means that there may be some. Now, I always like this card because there's like a little pig. So it's like, oh, well, when pigs fly, which is a phrase we always say that's like, yeah, that's like impossible. Like it'll never happen. But yet here it is. It's like there seems to be something that you thought wouldn't be possible actually happening or actually showing up for you. Maybe that is going to be news that's delivered by someone. And you're going to be like, no way. Really? Like that happened, or that person did that thing, or, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Really? And it may even come as a little bit of a surprise. I almost feel like the more and more focused you are on structuring your life and being more disciplined for the sake of freedom, the more and more you do that, the more and more likely this kind of unexpected. Now, I often see with the Page of Cups a quality of unexpectedness. It's not something that's usual or that we can just assume is going to happen. It's something more miraculous than that. So while you're busy over here, this strange, miraculous, unexpected, but amazing thing is likely to happen. And this may be something that's not even on your mind right now. Like, I'm not saying that this is that person you've been really, really hoping is all of a sudden going to change their mind about your relationship and all of a sudden they're going to show up on your doorstep. It's probably not going to be something like that, but probably something that in your conscious mind you can't even really think, because maybe it's been so long since it was even a thing in your life. I do think Capricorn is in for some surprises. All right, let's see what else comes in for Capricorn. All right, we have Death reversed. We have Page of Wands, Two of Wands. All right, now the Page of Wands, again, is that more positive attitude. I really like this card coming out with the intuitive message that I had for this one, because to me, it does signify a playfulness and a childlike wonderment, and in a way, a sense of awe. Like there is this awe of how cool life can really be, and how sometimes our minds even reshape something or rebrand something so that it can be more favorable to us. Right? Like when we change our perspective on something, all of a sudden it may not be as hard, and it actually is something maybe we're more grateful for. You see what I'm saying? You're in awe of life itself. You're in awe of the way your own mind works. You're in awe of what you're capable of as a human being, and you're in awe of the unknown. And I actually think Capricorn is it's really being drawn toward that more unknown world. It's something very attractive to them right now. With Death coming out in the reversal, I feel like this is an indication. It's like that waving the flag. The universe is waving a flag at you, and it's saying this race is almost over. It's like Pluto is gonna, touch ground in Aquarius in the next couple of months. Like you're coming to the end of this era in your life. Now, obviously, Capricorn will get Pluto back next year for a while, and then it will go back into Aquarius in 2024. But still, like the end of that transit is like right now. And I've said it for several months. Like I know you can tell. Something is shifting. Your vision is expanding, right? Two of Wands. You're starting to go past, the candle just burned out. Sorry about that. You're starting to go past your known world and starting to reach for bigger and greater things. Again, even in the realm of impossibility, I think Capricorn is starting to operate in the realm of impossibility a lot more. And you're saying, that doesn't seem feasible for me right now. All right, well, that's going on the list of things that I'm going to accomplish in this life. It's like you're excited by the challenge. You're excited by the But even just the notion that you could do something. It doesn't, like, this has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with what your partners are saying to you, what your family members are saying to you. None of that. It's just what you feel is worth working for in this life. Let's see what else. What else for Capricorn? What else does Capricorn need to know for December 2022? We have strength. Beautiful. 10 of Cups in the very center of the reading. It's all for happiness. And maybe happiness is not the right word. I know happiness can often be, fleeting. Maybe. But I also think contentment is a little too mild. I don't know that contentment is really what Capricorn is going for. Perhaps maybe the best word that that's coming to my mind is satisfaction. That you're really seeking satisfaction, where wherever you are in life, you can feel fulfilled by it. And it does feel good. And it makes you feel like you are living some kind of purpose and you are contributing something good into the world. I think Capricorn needs that. Capricorn needs to feel like they are contributing something. And so whatever it is you've been doing, whether for your career or really your own lifestyle in general, there does seem to be an outward, like coming out of yourself and moving outward a little bit. And that's going to be a slow shift over the course of the next several months. But it is starting to kind of externalize right now. Now with the Strength card, this obviously indicates that you are going to need strength. You're going to need strength. You're going to need your vitality. You're going to need your life force energy. You're going to need to persevere. And again, that word discipline keeps coming to my mind. It sounds so counterintuitive to the very first message that I came out, but I feel like the more structured your life is, the more free to roam you actually are. Whether that's setting up certain income streams or setting your life up so you can actually live the lifestyle that you want. Whether that is having a committed relationship that you can depend upon, whatever the sake is, or having a solid home life, like making sure that that is really stable and solid. Because that's going to give you that home base. It's always going to be something that you can come back to. And right now, you may need to be exerting effort a little bit in terms of setting that stuff up so you can have this childlike wonderment and freedom. It's really the inner child that is driving Capricorn right now, North Node Uranus conjunction in the 5th house. Not to mention, there's a very playful notion with Jupiter in the 3rd house as well. Like, doesn't Capricorn just want to play? Doesn't Capricorn just want to, lay back and kind of be in their spirituality and be in their bodies and be in this world without feeling like they always are having to bear the weight of the world? And with the moon, now there is probably something surfacing for you, but likely it's really helpful. Again, being in awe or in a sense of wonder in terms of how miraculous the world actually is and how miraculous it is that your brain and your mind works the way it does. For some reason, I feel like Capricorn is going to learn a lot about the mind. I have no idea why that message is coming out for me right now. But it's like you're going to uncover a better way to use your own mind in a way that is more productive and more conducive to attainment. You're going to become highly aware of any lingering subconscious stuff. Now, a message that came out, I think it was for Sagittarius, I can't remember exactly, but a message that came out recently I'm feeling is surfacing here for this reading, and it was, the problem is never really the problem. And I feel like many, many, many people have determined that the reason why I'm like this is because this happened. And they've sort of pinpointed the problematic trauma or the wound that is causing a certain behavior in their life. However, I actually feel over the next several months that there are going to be layers of that peeled back, and you're going to get deeper into the true origin of those things. That it's not really what you thought it was, but there is something behind that. And I think that's what the moon is out here to say. Maybe one of the reasons why you haven't been able to really overcome the things that you've needed to overcome is because you weren't properly identifying the root cause. You thought you were. And I'm not saying it's not a contribution, but likely the thing that you think it is was a manifestation of the real origin. Does that make any sense at all? Hopefully it does. You guys know I always feel like I babble during these readings. Your brain is going to reveal to you a lot of things. Your mind, maybe not your brain, but your mind. You're going to have revelation. You're going to have an epiphany. And it's not going to be like this bright, brilliant light bulb that immediately turns on. It's going to be a layer by layer by layer type of realization. One thing after the next. And it's going to be found while you are setting up this structure, while you are doing disciplined things, or doing things in a disciplined way, rather. Slowly but surely, you're going to come to identify those root causes. See, the devil reversed, and you will release yourself. I like that death and the devil are reversed, because we know these cards can be tough. Sometimes, not always, depends on how they're interpreted and the context around them. But see, Capricorn deserves the peace, they deserve the tranquility. They deserve serenity. And again, that word satisfaction. See, beautiful. And I like the fact that the Ace of Cups is coming while we have the Page of Cups in the environment, because there is something about miracles. And when I say miracle, I just mean something that you can't really figure out how it happened. You can't really figure out why it happened. You can't really figure out the real cause. Or that the likelihood is so obscure and so out of this world. Like, it's just so unlikely. And yet here it is. I think there's a humbling experience here, but again, it's not like a dark night of the soul, and it's not where your ego takes this huge hit. It's more humble because you realize how intelligent God, the universe, source, spirit truly is. I'm looking at this devil in the reversal, and I feel the freedom that I felt with this. Like, you're not going to take everything so seriously, and you're not going to burden yourself with things, rather, unless it's like 100% necessary. Capricorn getting very good at saying no. Capricorn getting really good at curating and selecting what things and which people are truly worth it. The more you simplify your life, the more easily a structure and a discipline can be implemented, and the more easily freedom of the heart can be found and nurtured. Some of you may be inviting incredible things into your life. Yes, romantically, 100%, that's a big possibility for you as the planets come into Capricorn. They aspect that 7th house there. They aspect in a trine with Taurus in the 5th. Some of you could be expecting, wonderful offers career-wise or in any other capacity, and things that actually make your heart flutter a little bit and make you feel like, oh my gosh, like this is so exciting. Yes, I'm so excited. This is exactly what I wanted. This is going to lead me to the path that I always dreamed that I would have. A lot of gratitude for Capricorn throughout December. Maybe a little bit of a win, like here we have a little bug coming through. I don't know if you guys could see that or not. A little mosquito. But I do think Capricorn is like in this winning position. You're about to win. You're about to conquer something, but not in like a warlike way. It's like to overcome something so seemingly insurmountable in yourself that you honestly didn't know if you ever could. And I think you are. And I think that's amazing. So incredible and very exciting. Very exciting. All right, let's go ahead and pull out the clarifiers. So we're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards that I'm about to pull out. All the information on how to access the clarifiers are going to be found in the description box and the comment thread down below. And make sure that you choose the right selection to access. For those of you who want to become a member of my Soul Seekers group, you are more than welcome. We do a lot of exclusive videos, and I'll outline what's included down the description box in the comment thread down below, so you can kind of see what's available to you there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Devil card. What else does Capricorn need to know about the Devil? Beautiful. Love and 8 of Coins. Okay, hold on. 4 of Coins. Seven of Swords reversed. Actually, sorry, 1 second. Okay. Now for the Page of Cups. What else is going on in Capricorn's environment? What's going on around them? Ooh, another Ace of Cups. So that Ace of Cups kind of feels like a promise to me. Like the universe is promising Capricorn that, that new and exciting opportunities are 100% going to present themselves to you. And they are going to be things that you actually really, really want. All right, great. Now let's clarify the Death card here. Pull my different deck. Let's clarify the Death card. Hold on just a second. Making a mess here. All right, so Capricorn. What else does Capricorn need to know for December 2022? Hermit reversed. Justice. Winning something becoming fair, finally. 7 of Coins. I genuinely believe Capricorn's life is on the way to getting much, much easier. Page of Wands. There's the stability we talked about. Hanged Man reversed. Wheel of Fortune. Five of Wands. The Lovers. Ooh, another Ace of Cups. That time it's reversed though, but still an Ace of Cups nonetheless. Then we have another 8 of Coins. 7 of Wands. Makes sense with the Strength card. 10 of Swords. It's like a reward for how much strength you have had to exhibit over the years. Strength reversed and... Oh, I think I accidentally... Did I pull 4 cards? I did accidentally. I'm sorry. Well, that's all right. I do that sometimes. All right, Moon. What does Capricorn need to know about the Moon? We have the 4 of Coins again. Eight of Cups reversed. Queen of Coins reversed. And that's the card of Capricorn as well. So Knight of Coins reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. Page of a lot of reversals with that Devil. Now for the Temperance. Ooh, another Temperance. We like the double down on good cards like that. That's really great. Another Moon. And another Devil. Two of Coins. Nine of Cups reversed. And last but not least, another Ace of Coins. All right, so this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. So again, if you want to join, all the information in the description box in the comment thread down below. Thank you all so much. You guys know I love and adore you. Have an amazing December, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to the astrological portion of your reading for December 2022. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, obviously, as we make our way into December 1st, we are already well on our way in Sagittarius season. We have the sun sitting at 9 degrees. We have Venus and Mercury kind of near the end part of Sagittarius as well. They're going to be entering into Capricorn. They are moving fairly quickly right now. They're going to be moving into Capricorn at the very first week-ish, the very first week of December. But first, let's kind of give you a rundown of some of the transit and the dates. All right, so first and foremost, December 3rd, we have Neptune stationing direct. All right, now, this is likely going to be a more emotional time. That last week of November and the first few days of December, it is going to feel like things are slowing down or getting a bit strange. Maybe there is some kind of a miscommunication going on between you and someone close to you. There could also be a real burst of creativity during this time too, where you have some really incredible insights, which could be fantastic for a lot of your creative projects or even your careers. But although it's likely to have a higher emotional impact. A couple days after that, December 6th, we have Mercury coming into your sign, which is going to be fantastic. So if there are any miscommunications or misinterpretations with the Neptune stationing direct, chances are Mercury coming into your sign will give you an opportunity to straighten everything out. As Venus comes in to Capricorn on December 9th, this will also give you an added advantage of being able to work things out, to find some kind of a compromise, or to find, a middle ground with pretty much anything. And usually when Venus comes into your sign, there is a quality of attractiveness or, a receptivity, meaning it's more likely that you are going to be in a more receptive mode, receiving things, and people are going to be more drawn to you naturally, even though they're not going to really be able to explain why. Now, sandwiched between Mercury and Venus coming into Capricorn, remember Mercury on the 6th, Venus on the 9th, but on the 7th, we actually have that full moon in Gemini, which is happening in a conjunction with Mars. Now, Mars is a very important planet for Capricorn because it is your exalted planet. So you will feel this along with Scorpio and Aries, especially also Cancer, since moon is their ruling sign. So you'll certainly be feeling this one. And there is this sort of added component of aggressiveness, which actually may go quite well with Mercury in your sign because it does seem to be solution oriented, right? There is a goal to come to a conclusion or to conquer or be victorious over something. If you are in any kind of negotiations, or if you are, working really hard at a project at work, or if you're trying to accomplish some goal and there's a little bit of time pressure, honestly, that full moon in Mars is going to give you the added, kind of pump on the gas pedal, if you will, that you're going to need in order to really finish or come to a conclusion there, or to come to any sort of resolution for anything that's open-ended. So that's a good thing, right? I think that first week, it will be a little strange, Neptune going direct, but there are a lot of really positive things going on too. So even if it may feel weird or feel out of your control, or even if there is something that needs to be either released or sacrificed, or you need to let something go for the sake of something else, it really is okay. Neptune likes us to, deprioritize things that really don't need to be prioritized. And then we make our way. We don't really have any massive significant transits. The only thing to really pay attention to is the fact that Mercury and Venus are going to be coming into this square with Chiron down here over in Aries. So there may be kind of what I'm going to call like a punchy sensitivity, right? People may get triggered a little bit more easily. If you are in a situation where you normally have to walk on eggshells, chances are you're going to have to really walk on eggshells. All right. So that's probably not something to look forward to. But I think the good news is that you are receiving a lot of information regarding the reality of a situation. Like if you are in a situation where you have to walk on eggshells, ask yourself, why can't I be myself? Why am I accommodating another person so much? And why am I putting myself in a situation where I can't, I'm not allowed to feel what I feel, I have to be feeling what they feel all the time. And a lot of people who are in abusive or toxic or incredibly challenging relationships, and I mean all kinds, whether it's a spouse, a sibling, a parent, a coworker, a boss, it honestly doesn't even matter what kind of relationship it is, but people are coming to terms with and coming to grips with why am I putting myself here? Why do I continue to allow this? It's not something I want, so why do I keep investing in this? And I think with Capricorn being so industrious and being so good at doing whatever it takes to accomplish a goal, this is, and I've said really since November, this is a time when we are starting to need to take the big leaps. We're needing to take the leaps of faith, to bite off a lot, right? Normally we just kind of take one little bite at a time, but this is a time to do really big chunks all at once so that we can accomplish a lot very quickly. And if there's an emotional component there, or if we are in a situation that really is not bringing us any value or any happiness or anything good, the question is why am I still here and what am I going to do about it? All right, so the sensitivity is going to be there, but it's going to help you to discern what you need to do moving forward. Now, on the 20th, we do have Jupiter coming back into Aries. Now, Jupiter is going to start speeding up, and Jupiter is, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but just FYI, over the next couple of months, he is going to come closer and closer with Chiron. So a lot of the energy that's being accentuated throughout Capricorn season will be revisited again in Aries season before Jupiter officially makes his way into Taurus in May. All right, so Aries season, we're going to hit up again Chiron. We're going to have Venus, Mercury, and the Sun there with Chiron. And if we didn't take care of business now in December, we're going to have that chance to take care of it in April or late March, early April. Okay, so he's going to be moving, and he's going to be activating your 4th house, which really activates also your 10th house, 1st house, and 7th house. So all 4 of these angular houses will be activated in a really good way. There's going to be a desire for expansion, a desire for more, a desire for greater abundance in all of the prominent areas of your life. Your marriages and your business partnerships, your career and your contribution to humanity, your physical health, your physical well-being, and your home and private life environment. All 4 of these, which are huge aspects of our lives, we're going to start demanding more from life and from ourselves. So Jupiter comes in on the 20th, and then the very next day, the Sun comes into Capricorn, which obviously, happy birthday to all the December Capricorns out there. And that's going to be an opportunity for you to refuel and recharge Sorry, I feel like someone's driving up my driveway right now. I always get so concerned when people drive in my driveway. I'm like, who is that? But yeah, so you're going to have that kind of solar return, electric reboost of energy, because when we have so much 12th house activity, like for Sagittarius season, it can be a time when we, need more rest. We may want to pull away and work on our own ideas in the privacy of our own home. We have a tendency to isolate a little bit. We may have a tendency to work on our own mental health, and there could be a lot of self-care that comes through that 12th house as well. But when the sun comes into first, you're more ready to shine, right? And you're ready to share, and you're ready to communicate, and you're ready to resolve things, and you're really ready to go. Capricorn season is kind of unique because it is a cardinal sign. Obviously, your cardinal, right? Which is the initiation of a new season. We have that winter solstice on the 21st, and then boom, we have winter in the northern hemisphere. In southern hemisphere, we have the beginning of summer. So there's that turnover of seasons. And then it's ruled by Saturn, which is often about endings. So we have like beginning and ending energy with Capricorn. So there's going to be both. We're going to be closing things out and resolving issues, and we are going to be building new things and planting seeds. We start planting seeds now. I kind of liken this to like putting the tulip bulbs in the dirt before the first like real freeze, right? And then you let them sit all winter, and like they need to sit all winter in order for them to bloom in the spring. Like if you plant them in the spring, they're not going to bloom. You need the freeze. It's like you plant your ideas now, let them freeze through December, January, and February. And then in March and April, that's when they start to really blossom. So there's initiation and closure. So that's going to be great. We also, on the 23rd, which is the same day as the new moon in Capricorn. So the day, like a couple days after the sun moves into Capricorn, on the 23rd, we have that new moon at 1 degree of Capricorn, and Chiron goes direct right here. Chiron goes direct. So which means for the rest of the year, the only planet really going retrograde, with the exception of Mercury, is Uranus. Uranus will go direct in January, and then we'll have all planets direct. So honestly, January, February, March, everything goes forward, and we're going to really feel that energy. So we're going to have that fire under our butts at the beginning of the year, and everything is starting to turn around right now in December. So Chiron goes direct, meaning we are not going to be internalizing our pain so much, and we're actually going to like say, you know what? I may have this pain, I may have this wounding, and for you guys, it may have a lot to do with your ancestral or generational karma that you're really dealing with, anything with home life, past life stuff, childhood, all that kind of stuff. I think that this is a time when you say, I'm going to put that stuff on hold, and I need to focus more on my external goals. Like I can't be all in myself all the time. I need to make something happen. And this is, I think, when Capricorn really starts to blossom, when they get kind of fed up with a certain circumstance in their life, and they have that new fire to do something about it. And you're going to start making huge strides. December, January, February. I'm sorry. My phone's spam calls all day long. All right. And then on the 29th, this is when we have Mercury retrograde. Now, Mercury is coming up to the 24th degree, which means that for most of December, Mercury is going to start to slow down. I actually really like a Mercury in Capricorn. I really do. I feel like it's so realistic, right? And we just have that opportunity to just be honest and forthright, and there's no questions about stuff when Mercury is in Capricorn. Like some of my best friends are Capricorns, and they also have their Mercury in there. And like if you ever need someone to really tell it like it is, but in like a nice way, all of my Capricorn friends are nice. It's like that's who you go to. You go to the Capricorns for that. Because no, they won't necessarily sugarcoat it, but they're also not going to like shame and guilt you. They're just going to talk to you in a productive and a structured way that's going to help you, right? But Mercury slowing down, it's going to leave room for creativity. It's going to leave room for thought. It's going to leave room for contemplation. And you may be contemplating very complex things that you may not necessarily want to share with everyone else in your life. You may not want to tell a spouse even, because it's like, well, it's just in my own mind. And then when Mercury goes retrograde, now he's not officially coming in contact with Pluto at this time. All right, Pluto is officially like moving toward Aquarius, where he'll come in next year. But it's not, it's kind of a conjunction. It's only a few degrees away, but it's not exact. But we will still feel that Plutonic influence nonetheless, because it is close enough. Okay, so we'll still feel a Plutonic influence, which means that some kind of pattern of thought is dead. And you are reinventing the way your mind works. And I've kind of felt like this theme emerging this month, that this is a time where we get to retrain our brains. We get to look at our mind and we get to say, is this how I want my brain to work? Is this not how I want my brain to work? Do I want to use my brain and my thought patterning more productively? If yes, what do I need to change? And there's this very conscious awareness of what our mind is doing on a moment-to-moment basis. Is this thought helpful or not? Is this thought going to back up an action that is productive and good or not? Right? We're kind of understanding that flow a little bit better, and Mercury retrograde is going to help us reset and reboot the way our mind works. And what's interesting, it just came to my mind, Capricorn, Saturn rules the bones of the body. And that's kind of like a phrase that we say is I know it in my bones, right? So all of these subconscious and unconscious patternings that we have had for many, many, many years that ran through our bones, it's that's actually what's changing. When something is going to be so ingrained in us, it's like when you first start driving. When you first start driving, it's very scary. You have to learn. Well, I drive a stick shift, so it's learning how to drive with the manual and the blinkers and the mirrors and the seat adjustments and the side mirrors and looking left and right. And there were so many things that you had to consciously think about. But now when you get in your car, it's like second nature. You don't think about anything. You just get and go, and to the point where you can even zone out completely, because that's how in your nature it is now. You're replacing the things that are in your nature for the better, which is very exciting. So it is going to be a good month. I do think December will be a good month. I don't see huge, massive things, although on a global scale, maybe Neptune and Chiron going direct, there could be some stuff. But for us personally, I think it's going to be more productive than anything else. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, Capricorn. I love and adore you. Have an amazing week, or month rather. I'm doing the monthlies. Okay. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.